Hello, YouTube model building community. Welcome to another episode of Crossroads Scale Garage. Today, I'm introducing a new project that I've come across that I wanted to build. A 1970 Ford Fairlane 500 two-door hardtop. And what I'm doing here is I have the Revell 70 Ford Torino Cobra kit. I'll be using this as the donor kit for the chassis and the interior and some of the other necessary pieces that I need. And then I ordered a 1970 Fairlane resin body from Southern Motorsports Hobby, SMH Resins, so I get the correct body, so it has the body here. We also have a front end, and it's got a chin spoiler on it. This is actually supposed to be a NASCAR body. I probably won't be using this. If I do, I'm probably going to cut the grill and bumper assembly off and graft in the Torino grill and bumper and just use the lower chin spoiler area here. That's my plan anyways. Here's the tail panel. I may just use the one out of the Torino also for that. And last but not least of the body components, we have the flat hood, which would be correct for a Fairlane rather than a Torino. The Torino Cobra has a shaker hood. For this build, I have not started on this yet. I just got the components together. I will be using a Texas 3D Customs 3D printed Windsor small block, and I'm going to be building a 427 stroker small block Windsor to go into this. And I'll explain why. So this is why I'm doing this project. When I was 17 years old, my mom and I went to a local junkyard, and it's an interesting story because initially they had a Mustang II Ghia that was for sale, and I initially went to inquire about the Mustang II, how much it was and everything, and the junkyard owner said $300 and you can have it, you know, it's yours if you, $300. Okay, that sounded like a good deal, darn good deal actually, but I thought, well, while I'm here, I like looking around junkyards and seeing what kind of things they have and what a person might be able to salvage. So we went in the junkyard, and it was basically just a shell. There was no drivetrain, no interior. It was missing the driver's side fender, I believe. It was, at first I thought it was a Torino, I'm like, oh, cool, they got this Ford Torino in here. Well, being a teenager, I guess you can, I don't know, I guess maybe you can use the term young and dumb. You know, I thought, oh, you know, it'd be cool to, I always dreamed of being a custom car and truck builder, you know. I'd read the magazines, I'd get all the books, thinking, you know, oh, someday I'm going to be like the next Chip Foose or Barris or just whoever, you know. And so I had this dream, okay, well, I'm going to get this Fairlane and I'm going to rebuild it and just build a badass, you know, just to build a nice hot rod, you know. Well, that never happened. So I'm building this Fairlane model as my interpretation of how I wanted that real Fairlane to be once it was finished. I never had the opportunity to purchase the real one and build it. You can say I was dreaming bigger than what my capability was at the time. Before I forget, I'll actually tell you, I bought some testers. This is Competition Orange. This is what I'll be painting the car. And I'm going to be using I'm going to do a blacked out hood and tail panel. So it will kind of have somewhat of the Torino Cobra look, but on a Fairlane body. So it's going to be kind of a street machine, maybe a Torino Cobra inspired build, but it won't be an exact replica or anything. Of course, for one, I'm using the Fairlane body instead of the Torino, but it'll be kind of inspired, at least looks-wise, by the Torino Cobra. This is Matthew at Crossroads Scale Garage, where every build tells a story. I hope you stay tuned and follow along on this build journey.